Hey everyone, my name is Laura from the blog ourearlyhouse.com, and today I'm going to be doing a what we eat in a week video. This is going to be all breakfast, so you can just come along and cook with me, and I'm just going to show you everything that we made this week for breakfast. So on the first day we had sourdough crepes with honey. This is one of my kids' favorite meals, and I love it because you have to use 12 eggs in the recipe, and we have chickens and we have an overabundance of eggs right now, and so anything that I can do to use a lot of eggs. So Caroline's helping me with these. She is just cracking eggs in the bowl. Like I said, it's 12 eggs, and then we do 4 scoops of sourdough starter, which the scoop is just a large spoon that we pour in. It's not really exact. And then we add in a cup of cream, and then we just cook them up on the cast iron skillet with a little bit of coconut oil, and they are so delicious. I usually top them with honey or maple syrup. Today we did honey because that's what I had on hand, and some butter. On the second day, we had scrambled eggs with sauteed peppers and onions. This is definitely one of my favorite breakfasts. My kids don't love it near as much, but they still eat it. So I just sliced up some peppers and onions and sauteed them in a little bit of butter, and then I cooked it with some eggs, and then I topped it with some fresh cheddar cheese and just served it with a little bit of sauerkraut, and it was absolutely delicious. And I loved starting off the day with some vegetables. On the third day, we had blackberry and cream custard oatmeal. So I start off by getting some water from my Berkey water filter to make the oatmeal in. I actually have a review on this water filter. I will link it up here in the cards and in the description box. So I just boiled some water, added in some oatmeal, and I let it cook. And then once it is almost cooked, I add in some blackberries. These are actually frozen, freshly picked from my aunt's garden. And then once the oatmeal is almost finished, I add in a few eggs just to give it that custard texture and also to add some extra protein. I also add in a little bit of honey and cream just to flavor it. On the next morning, we had sweet potato pancakes. This is a favorite around here, and it's so easy. I just bake tons of sweet potatoes and add those with some eggs, cinnamon, and vanilla to my food processor and blend it up to make a batter, and then just fry these in some coconut oil. And these are good plain, or you can add some syrup or honey on them, a little bit of butter. And we also make this same recipe with pumpkin or butternut squash. It's the exact same thing, it's just whatever vegetable I have on hand. On the next morning, we had sausage and veggie omelets. I just fried up some breakfast sausage in my cast iron skillet. I had some leftover sauteed peppers and onions from my breakfast a couple days ago. And then I just scramble a couple eggs, add in a little salt and pepper. I use this smaller pan here. I almost always use my cast iron for all of my cooking, especially eggs, because it's non-stick, but this size pan works perfect for making an omelet in. So I added my eggs and I put all the toppings on one side. I did the peppers and onions and sausage. I also added in a little bit of shredded cheese. And then once it's mostly cooked, I will flip it in half and then flip it again. I don't make them, you know, you can see they're not beautiful, but they taste so good. And this has 4 eggs in here, so I can split this in half and this will feed 2 of my kids. So I just have to make a few of these in the morning. The next morning we had sourdough pancakes. These are so simple to make. It's just a couple of cups of sourdough starter, 2 eggs, 1/4 of a cup of coconut oil, and 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Sometimes we'll add in some blueberries if we have it, but most of the time we just make them plain. And I, again, fried these in the cast iron skillet with some coconut oil and then just top them with some butter and some honey, and they are the best pancake you've ever had. I actually have this recipe on my blog along with the sweet potato pancakes, so I will link those down in the description box. On the last morning of this week, we just had kefir smoothies. I love having kefir smoothies for breakfast. It's just so easy, it's healthy. I just fill it with some leafy greens, frozen fruit, the kefir, blend it up, and this is the perfect breakfast to go. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and that it is helpful for you to maybe get some more ideas. And if you haven't already, be sure to check out my cookbook. There is a link for that down in the description box below, where I have a 30-day meal plan, and it does include 30 breakfast ideas, lunch, dinner, and snacks, all of that. So there's a link for that down in the description box below. And if you're new to my channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. I get out new videos every week on essential oil education, natural remedies, and I share lots of different healthy recipes. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.